I'm going live now. And that, hopefully someone will tune in so we can make sure that I'm actually getting audio. But we should be good. Anyway, welcome everyone to Black Geyser, Couriers of Darkness. The beta literally just dropped a little while ago. I've got it installed and I made sure the game run. I haven't really done anything else in it, so this is pretty much going to be a blind looking at it, but I'll probably do a let's play once I learn stuff about it a little bit more. So let's go ahead and go through the basic settings here. So I don't have a saved game, so I can't continue. We're going to do a new game, obviously. Let's look at the settings here. It will let me change the settings here. It doesn't seem to change the resolution, but if I change them, my video capture software stops working. So I'll leave it on that because everything seems fine. Gameplay, scroll speed, touch delay, difficulty. We'll leave it on classic difficulty. Which means I have some experience with playing games. I do not know this system at all. So we were looking, this is your standard, list of keys. And this is the audio. I've already turned off the music because YouTube and music, bad. And I have my master volume set about 30. Hopefully once I get in the game, that will actually be able for people to hear it and that. I'm hoping people are hearing the audio now, but I don't actually know. So then there's the credit screen. Tells you it's the backer. Now this is definitely a beta, so there are going to be some, and it also doesn't start at the beginning. It starts at the beginning of the second chapter of the game. So you don't get to create a character, you don't get to do any of that stuff. You're already like 3rd or 4th level and that, so we won't be able to do anything like that. So let's go ahead and create a new game. I definitely recommend this on an SSD. When I tried running it off a standard drive, I thought it had actually locked up. It took so long to load. So again, this is beta. It is almost certainly not optimized yet, so it will probably get much better as time goes along. Okay, and we're still loading. This is very similar from what little I looked at to the real-time system of Pillars of Eternity, where you have the pause function. There doesn't seem to be any auto pause in here or any of that sort of stuff, so you're going to be manually pausing and starting during combat. I always have problems with those style games with spellcasters. Fortunately, your main is not a spellcaster, so it's not a big deal. And I may find things I'm saying are wrong as we go through and play more of it, so we'll see what's going on. And waiting for it to load. Now I have not tested this with the streaming software. I did make sure that I could get into the game. So streaming may slow it down a little. I did move it to an SSD. So it is running on an SSD, so hopefully stuff will go okay. This is what I saw before. I thought it had actually crashed and it was still going. It just took a long time to load. Though when I was testing it, not on the SSD, it wasn't taking this long. Loading, loading, loading. We're loading the Guild Hall on the upper level. There we go. Hopefully. Okay. And remember, this is definitely beta software, so this is basically a beta that came out literally today. So odds are there are going to be some issues and stuff like that. So let's go and look through basically review the characters and stuff like that first. I am trying to monitor chat. Everyone who's watched me before knows I am absolutely horrible at that, but I will do my best to monitor any questions in chat or anything. So let's look at our first character here. I assume this is your main. So here we have our buttons, inventory, spellbook. Obviously he has no spells. Character info, map, long rest, short rest, stronghold, journal. Over here we have our quick save, our pause, our fast mode, and our settings. Let's see if the settings are any different here. Nope, same settings. So, okay. Let's go ahead. How do we get out? Oh, continue. Okay, so settings are the same. So here we have plant item, steal item, move, stop, attack. Here's his equipment, his bow, some other things he has in quick slots, I assume. So let's go ahead and do inventory. So his health, his aim and accuracy at 3rd level is only 8%. That doesn't seem right. Invasion's 40, damage is 2 to 8. Bargain and persuade, learn and research, and brew and dry. These seem to be the 3 main non-combat skills. Physique, I assume, is the same as strength. He's got a 9, an 11 dexterity, a 6 intelligence, a 5 focus. I assume that's roughly the equivalent of wisdom, a 14 charisma, and a 0 supernatural. I don't think there are any pop-ups telling you what any of those are yet. So here's his arrows. He has flight arrows and arrows of the hunt. Flight arrows do 1 to 6. Looks like arrows of the hunt, which are more expensive, do 1 to 7. Hardened leather, you have to wait, the price, the bonus it gives you. This is all based on percentage, I believe. So here we have the gauntlets, give them some stabbing and slashing protection. Hunter's armband, gives them some aim and accuracy. Fine leather belt gives them some evasion. Thick leather pants give them some heat and cold protection. So he's got a mercenary falchion. Does 2 to 8 points of damage. Range, that seems normal. Wooden buckler, 10% slashing and stabbing protection. Hunter's bow, 0 to 0 slashing, -5 average. I assume that's because the arrows do the damage. Range of 12. +1 critical chance. So here we have Powder of Darkness. I assume creates darkness. Strong Potion of Cure-All. I think that probably removes like diseases or blindness or that sort of stuff. While the Potions of Healing, I think, actually do the healing. And I have no idea what an infusion of berry juice does. So up here we have a brass cauldron, some pity rings. Oh, they must be a mushroom. They're a mushroom for brewing. Some bruiser root, moon glider, a dagger. So some various mushrooms in that. Candle, an arming sword, and a reinforced quarterstaff. Okay, so here's the brewing. So I don't know how you know what recipes you have. They may not have any yet. So you'd put that there. And we'll have to figure that out. Drying, I'll use the candle to dry. Okay. We will hopefully figure that all out in the going on. So let's look at our other character. She is a spell weaver. Hit points. Oh, here they have some stuff. So evasion, dodge is 16, parry 2, resistances. Well, that's all protective stuff. Apparently that's all we get. We don't get to see weapons or that. I assume they have different inventories, so looks like there's not a shared party inventory. I'm okay with that. I prefer shared parties, but I understand the other design choice. So she has her sapphire staff, which has a range of 1.5, and a dagger. And she also has some infusions of berry juice. Her aim and accuracy is 9%, evasion 20, damage 1 to 6. She has a much higher learn and brew and dry. So she probably actually has some skill in brewing, even though she doesn't have the equipment for it. Same thing, physique 6, dexterity 5, intelligence 16, focus 16, charisma 7, and an actual 1 in supernatural. I do wish I knew what supernatural was, but probably if I actually read the little manual that came with it, I'd have a better idea, but I'm just sort of playing this blind so you guys can see it. Okay. I think then let's actually check the characters out. So her weapon skill level is 4. She's 1 to 6. Critical bonus is 0. 9% accuracy. 1 to 6 damage. 2% critical. Hit points 17. 20% invasion. Armor 14. I don't know what that means. These are her resistances versus... So here's your stabbing and slashing resistance. Here's your skills. She has 4 levels in learn and research. Apparently no levels in that yet. I assume we'll get those when we go up levels. Class skills, she has none. So she has 4 levels in... See, here I don't understand. It says skill is plus 27. Her attribute adds 26. Her miscellaneous adds 7, but she's only plus 9. So I don't know if this is figuring out wrong or if it's doing some math I don't understand or that. So I guess we'll find out when we get into combat. So let's go ahead and start adventuring here. Looks like we're set up to talk to this person. So let's go ahead and talk.
Thank you for joining me. I'm sorry you had to go through that. And I'd like it if we were meeting under different circumstances.
Thank you for your kind words. Your compatriots didn't seem to be particularly open-minded about the missive from Isbright. My most sincere apologies for Alnar in particular. You must understand, war takes a toll on us all. Be that as it may, as a diplomat, I expected better treatment. My compatriots seem to have lost touch with courtly affairs, but I'm glad you are here. We have things to discuss, I believe. I should tell you, I know your father. He was a good man, stubborn and wrong about who he supported, but a good man nonetheless. I assume there's some sort of civil war or battle going on, which is what they're talking about. You come to Darren Gold under his banner, the new young Espen. You must understand the connotations. I had expected some surprise, but not outright hostility. Well, you see, I reached out to your father as the rebellion began. I believe he would understand the reasons behind our cause. At first he seemed amenable to listening, but something changed. I know not what, but my last messenger's head was found bound to a scarecrow on the road just north of here. Shortly thereafter, Lord Espen pledged himself openly to the king. Before any further communications can take place, Alder gathered a contingent of our earliest conscripts, and, well, you know the rest. There was nothing I could do. Alder murdered our father in cold blood. That many troops on the road, and no one noticed them missing? Things were chaotic. A year passed. They still are. But at the time, as we rallied our banners, Devon Gold was awash in fighting men. There were many, and we had not yet openly organized. By the time the other lords and ladies noticed Aldar missing, it was too late. My father killed your messenger? That seems unlike the man I once knew. It was, but passions ran high, and your father was a man of passion. I know not why he did what he did, and I wish to discuss matters with him further. I never had the chance. Well, he is dead now, and there is nothing that can be done about it.
What you say is true, but you must understand.
So some of the stuff is voice acting. Again, I remind you, this is a beta, the first beta out. So.
The king sent you here as an insult.
Lord Espen is dead. His house was erased. His properties became those of the crown. His true-born son renounced his family name and is now a traitor, like the rest of us here in Devon. So the king sent Espen's bastard under Espen's banner as the new head of the dead house. The king means to show us that he alone decides the fate of nobility in his lands. Our fates are his to control. So apparently I'm the bastard son of this lord. So your mission of peace, there are no true terms of surrender there. The only way the king will allow peace is if one where all the gathered here kneel before the chopping block. So what then is to be done about the missive? The other nobles and I will need time to discuss a response. The mood at the moment seems, well, rather hostile. I am more inclined towards keeping lines of communications open despite the king's insult, but there are others, pressing matters, which I must also attend to, of more immediate import. Do not fear, O young Espen. Your head will not perch upon a scarecrow while I yet live. Before we discuss your mission further, though, I feel you have questions. What is the current state of Devon? Conditions looked bleak on the way in, and I have heard the city was prosperous. Ah, Devon was a fine place to live for many years. The mines by offered plentiful ore and as such work for a lot of miners. The Miners' Guild, which once inhabited this building where we stand, was easily the most powerful tradesman guild in all of Izmir. I'm probably saying that wrong. The quality of Devon steel was well known throughout Yenagal. It led to prosperity and renown. Oh, to see those days once more. But for now, the city is a horrible state. We have lost a great deal of manpower to the plague, so Devon decays. I will not mince words. The city is dying. What is the state of the war against Isilbright? It is not going well, I'm afraid. Our forces are stretched thin across the countryside. We recently had some sort of sabotage in the iron mines, which has halted production of weapons and trade goods. The war has drawn out too long without many decisive victories, and it's a hurting morale. Let me take a drink here. Our resources, I already did that. Our resources, both manpower and rations, are dwindling, and things are going to get any better unless something changes. What's worse, people have begun to disappear from their houses at night, so even the citizens of Devon who do not all wish to be part of this war are afraid in their own homes. I managed our armed forces through Isenmel. The War Council makes decisions together on major tactical and diplomatic issues, but I handle the day-to-day movements of our armies. I also try to manage the city and its surroundings as well as I can, but these days it's getting very hard, I must admit. That explains why everything seems to be falling apart. Did you say something about a plague? Yes, you'll be noticed on your way in the city that there are very few people out on the streets, alive anyway. We've also noticed the markings on the buildings denoting houses where the plague has taken root. Nobody is allowed inside those places and nobody out. 2 months ago, citizens of Devon and our soldiers stationed here began to come down with a terrible illness. It's a terrible wasting disease. It begins with coughing and progresses to fever and death. Healers, priests, and wizards alike sought for a cure, but have come up with nothing. The graveyard overflows and was expanded, but we'd reached a point where we simply dumping bodies in pits. These days, we barely have enough manpower to collect the bodies off the streets to begin with. I'm afraid that if we do not find a treatment soon, it will signal the last coughing breaths of Devon Gold. You mentioned disappearances. Yes, as though other people are not enough, someone or something has been taking people from their homes at night. I don't have the soldiers to investigate it because of everything else going on, but the people are terrified. I think I have heard enough. What must be done before we can attempt to convene the War Council to move forward with diplomacy? We have to put a stop to this plague and find out who or what is responsible for the disappearances. We cannot continue this war if our city is on the brink of collapse from within. I don't have the resources or the manpower to deal with all these problems simultaneously, so I must ask, will you help me, young Espen? Very well. What must I do?
I am still debating what might be done about the plague. But in the meantime, I have a lead on the disappearances. I would like you to investigate. The two may well be connected as well. In the local inn, the Curious Cat, a friend of mine is waiting for you. Go speak to them, please. Report back to me when the task is done, and we will speak further.
So I need to go find the Curious Cat. How do I get both of you?
Yeah?
I'm always ready.
It's nice to be near.
How do I select both of you?
What do you wish of me?
Oh, right click,
Let's see.
I think. I seem to have got my scroll of invitation in my room. I have a very important meeting shortly with Lord Fisk. I can't just barge in without it, can I? Make yourself useful and go fetch it for me. Okay. Why aren't you going with
Why
me?
not? I'll do it.
Maybe I have to do the draw around to select them both. Yep. It's
On
probably
my
a
way.
hotkey, but I don't know what it is yet. So we need to find somebody's scroll. And let's avoid too much quest stuff at this point. Outside of the main. Is there a map? Yes, there's a map. But it has nothing on me to tell me anything. Okay. So I have no idea of knowing which room is his. Where's the exit? It's got to be an exit, right? Ah, it's probably here. Stairs. There is
Of course.
icons on here for stairs. Looks like there's lots of NPCs wandering around doing stuff. That looks like a spinning room. Yeah, it does seem to have a, even with the SSD, mind you, it's not a state-of-the-art SSD, but it's still an SSD. The loading times are a little long, which is a very common thing I see in early betas and alphas of games.
I'll do it.
Okay, okay, the exit is there. Is there a follow? No. The graphics look pretty good. Yeah, the colors are a little bright, but there's very few there's no real gamma I can adjust. But that was in an inside building. Let's see if it's better outside, especially since I think it's might be a night. I'm not sure what the time is. We'll see. I don't have problems with the bright. I have more problems with dark where you can't see the details. But you are correct, Sorceress. It is a little harsh. That's the word I'm looking for.
I'll do it.
Okay, is there anything? Oh, this map has doors. Tent, guild hall, common room, common house, commoner 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 house, tent, commoner house, commoner house, commoner house, commoner house, commoner house. I'm not seeing an inn. So we have a journal here. Yep. So this is the main quest. So these must be side quests. Apparently you can make your own entries in the journal. The compendium isn't done yet, so it's not available. So apparently here, let's see. Okay, that's all the stuff that happened before. I'm not actually seeing the current quest. I know we were looking for an inn about the disappearances.
On my way.
But I'm not seeing an inn. So let's go see if there's an inn in the south part of the city. Do 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 do. Well, considering there's a sign there, In the loading screen for the Curious Cat, I have a feeling this is where the Curious Cat is. Bothers me a little that the quest wasn't there, but again, this is the first beta release of this game. It literally just came out to beta today. And it's still only in backer beta, so only the original backers have access now. Okay, so there's the Curious Cat.
I'll do it.
What's fast mode? Does that make him run faster? Yep, looks like that makes him run faster. Okay, let's go look for the person in the Curious Cat. So it looks like fast mode makes you run faster. We'll leave that on. Okay, now I don't remember who we were going to talk to. Hello. What are you looking at? Why are you looking at me? You look like you might know how to handle yourself. How are you with an axe? I may have swung one once or twice. Why? I'm stuck in the tavern because of a tree. What kind of tree? The huge, angry, possessed kind. I didn't know there was huge, angry, possessed types of trees. They're called entrants. One of those things is blocking the northern road out of here. I need to get by, and I can't kill the thing myself. So kill the entrant and come back. Sounds simple enough. Maybe. Damn things are tough as well. An oak. Think you can do it? Of course I can. There's no plant yet that stood up to me. They call me the Daisy Slayer. Dun dun dun. Good Daisy Slayer. Come back when the job's done. So we got another quest, but that doesn't help us with the disappearance. I think I'm going to turn off the fast mode now that we're inside the inn because it seems a little weird. So that's a drunkard. That's an off-duty soldier. That's the bartender. Always worth talking to bartenders. Always. Curious Cat patron. Off-duty soldier. Curious Cat patron. Off-duty soldier. Patron. Sick patron. Ah, this is who we need to talk to. His friend.
Hello, Lord Espen. We've been waiting for you.
Lord Freshley told me to come find a friend of his. Is that you? Yes, we are close friends, and we are hoping that we can be friends as well. But that's not what you're here to speak of. You came to discuss the disappearances, yes? Yes, Lord Freshley said you would have information to guide my investigation. We do.
Perhaps you have heard that the mines have ceased to function. One mine has been left empty much longer than the rest. Forbidden, forgotten, it lay vacant and vagrant. Or it did, until now. A songbird flew from the rubble days past and warbled a warning. Something stirs in the tunnels. Something there, where nothing should be. Go now. Follow the song. Find what wakes in the mines. Then return to me.
Okay, let us head to the mines.
On my way.
Hopefully in the mines we'll get our first real combat. Looks like we can exit somewhere around right there. If I remember right, you don't want to do greedy stuff. Okay, so there is fog of war in some areas. So let's head over this way with our fierce party of 2 people. Pause. Okay, you don't even get a warning or pause or anything. So we have 2 people, him and him. So you, she's already been hit. That's pretty bad. So let's have you attack him.
Here we go again.
And
Yes.
you. Apparently she has some... Apparently it doesn't tell you what the spells do, so let's do this. And she's already down. This may be a very short run. So is she dead? Or do they have an unconscious? It looks like she's dead too. That was fast. Apparently when you die, you die. That was not really great. So now we need to see if we can find someone to cure him. Cure her. I don't remember seeing any church or anything. Really should have done a save. Yep, really should have done a save. Okay, common house, 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 common house. Is there any sort of autosave? Yep, let's go ahead and load the autosave here. Because I don't want to spend the... I want to explore, not go ahead and be doing all sorts of weird looking and stuff. There's a lot I'm going to do wrong. I don't know the system. I don't know a lot of this stuff, so we'll all be learning together. Oh, apparently that's not the load I want. Apparently I want this load. Or this one. Let's do this one. Okay. Apparently our main quest is not updating. So I will have to report that as a bug. Dead body.
I'll do it.
So let's see if our spell book, if we can
Yes.
see what these spells do. Apparently not. So she has 2 of the cures. So Brick Fall's our 2nd level spell. Okay. So good point. I should quick save on a regular basis. And I don't know if we have long rests or short rests to get stuff back. Okay, let's go to here. And let's have you go into... Can you go into sneak mode? There's steal mode. I don't see a sneak.
On my way.
They really need some sort of auto pause. Okay, so now I see them. So let's switch to you.
Yes.
Let's do your crypt opening ghouls, since we have no tanks.
Damn it.
So, pick all.
Agreed.
And let's try our Hand of Mercy on you. That cured him. So let's go ahead and do a quick save here. At least the saves are oh, apparently some things get dropped on the ground. Tab does seem to show you, apparently they dropped the weapons they were carrying when they die. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
It's nice to be needed.
So apparently I don't have a sneaky
I'll go
mode.
wherever I'm needed.
And that looks like just a fox. So we're probably okay. It doesn't look hostile. A couple more foxes. Seems a strange place for foxes to hang out, but hey.
I'm always ready. Let's see.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any party formation or anything like that.
Why not? That seems like the place to be.
More foxes. This really needs an auto pause. See if I missed something in game settings. Nope. Just difficulty controls. F5, F6 for quick load, left or right control to attack. Switch weapons, that is an X. Steel plant, okay. I don't see anything about any sort of auto pause. Let's go back to you.
What do you wish of me? Are you certain?
So yeah, you used that spell. Looks like he may not be a hostile. At least not initially. So let's go and stand here. And let's have you wander up to here.
It's nice to be needed. Hello?
Peace, friend. What brings you to these lonely roads? You sure don't look like a miner to me. You don't seem like you did a lot of mining today either. What are you up to? Sigh. Yeah, we're packing equipment and leaving for home. There's no sense in sticking around. All worthwhile shafts have collapsed recently. All of them. Perhaps I don't need to tell you, this cannot be mere coincidence. We all know just how far those pesky Isbright hands reach if they want to. If the plague wasn't enough. So what will you do now that the mines have collapsed? Starved to death, I presume. Look, I don't know. We mined all our lives. There's not much else we're good at. If we get desperate enough, we might try our luck with the abandoned section. It's probably futile. We all know how it turned out before, but there's no hurt in trying, right? What can you tell me about the abandoned mines below? I'm looking into a series of strange disappearances that led me towards them. Ain't much I can tell you, really. The good reason they are abandoned, those ships ran out of ore many years ago. They serve as a good base for scary stories for children and the gullible, though. Every time something strange or grim happens, it's somehow connected to them. I assume your disappearances are the same sort, no offense. These troubled times help these kinds of stories emerge, that's for sure. Peace be with you. Take care. Take care. Okay. So we need... Let's check the map here. Whoops. I hit the wrong key. So there's an entrance, and there's an entrance. Okay. Let's have you both go.
That seems like the place to be.
Oh, that mine seems actually to be open. Oh, it's one of the abandoned mines. Yes, I did forget quick save, and we will do that as soon as we get in the mine again. Because I'm definitely going to be needing that. Okay, let's go ahead and just do another quick save here. I wish there's some way I could not have to micromanage the party. Like I could have him go ahead. Oh, there's somebody there. An undead miser. Okay. That doesn't sound like the most friendly of people.
Yeah? On my way.
Let's have you stand right about there.
It's nice to be needed.
I used to be a poor boy, slaving my life away in the shafts below. Now look at all my treasure. Hey.
Now, I'm sure you knew all about it, but no one takes my treasure. Okay, let's pause here. Apparently my City of Iron quest finally updated in theory. Oh. Apparently I already killed him. And there's nothing on him. Let's see what's in all his treasure. Oh, there's his weapon. Yeah, apparently the weapons drop separate from their bodies. I will need to remember that.
Of course.
It makes sense. I don't have a problem with it. Let's see. Gold, candles, dried Agarath weevil, dried ghost cap, and darkness powder recipe. Ooh. Let's take all that. So can we right click on this? Dry a potion of moon glider over low heat for 8 hours, then crush it into powder in a mortar. Apparently you don't learn them, you just find them and then you... That will be interesting. Is there carrying capacity in here? Looks like it may just be on the number of slots, not by weight. We will see. Metal plated greaves, fire arrows, and gold. Take all that. Apparently that container's locked, and apparently even though I'm a thievy type, I can't unlock it. That one's locked. That one's locked. So if I try steal on it, can I? Oh, okay, so if you click steal, you can try to unlock it. Some blacksmith hammers. If we ever find a merchant, they're probably worth selling. So if you use steal, then apparently that's how you lockpick. Can you do that more than once? It doesn't look like it. Looks like there's no what's going on type button. Yep. I'm going to assume
Why not?
that means I can't get both.
I'm needed.
So an undead miser, but that's probably not what was making people disappear. Okay, that looks suspicious. Oh, you're a little wounded again.
It's nice to be needed. That seems like the place to be.
We'll find a solution. Are you certain?
Why not? I'll do it.
Apparently people block each other. It looks like that is a dead end. And that is a dead end. So you can move the screen around with the keys. E apparently is yours. So you can't sneak by using steal mode. Ah, that would make sense that not everyone can use all the recipes. Either case, you probably need to have skills to use the recipes. Another fox. Blocked by rubble from a collapsed shaft. A looter. Okay, let's go up and talk to the looter.
On my way.
Don't get so close.
Hey, I have nothing to do with this. I just happened to walk by. Don't hurt anyone. Didn't hurt anyone. Okay, slow down. I haven't even said anything yet. What happened here? Okay, so I was just out taking a walk when I saw these two grim fellows jump on this poor soul coming up the road, and bam, he was dead. Then they took his money and left for good. And they took his clothes too, or was that someone else? Look, it's not like he needed those clothes anymore, and we're just barely getting by in the city. It's not like I could pass up this opportunity. I understand. Just go and try to keep out of trouble in the future. I will, I promise. So that's what he was looting. And this looks like it's another... So if I hold down tab, tab does not show me question mark things. Okay.
Of course.
Oops, let's get you
Yes,
down here.
agreed.
Yeah? I'll go wherever
We
I'm
need to
needed.
move slowly as we reveal the map. Okay, how are we doing? Looks like we're revealing the majority of the map. So it looks like this is the other place we can enter. There we can't. Yep, that looks like another... Yep, collapsed by rubble. Another fox. And another entrance. So let's go ahead and quick save in case there's something just inside there. And let's go in. Yeah, load speeds except for that initial load don't seem too horrible if you're on an SSD. And like I said, this is beta. They haven't optimized. They're still working on it. I'm sure as things get optimized and they resolve stuff, it will be much better. Okay, we have another mine. So let's go ahead and have our
I'll do it.
Thievy type explore here. And appears to be an abandoned dead end. Though, if this is abandoned, why is the torches lit? I always wondered that. You go, no one's been in here for decades, and there's lit torches. A white witherer. Okay, let's bring you up here.
Yes. Agreed.
And let's try Brickfall. Okay, you
Yeah.
need to go attack.
Damn it.
Uh-oh, this is not going to be good. Oh. I didn't die horribly. So can we... what do we get back on a short rest? I don't understand the difference between a long and a short
I'm
rest.
always ready. Let's see.
Let's see if we can short rest here. Looks like he healed on the short rest, but that looks like that's all that happened. Wasn't he close to being up a level?
It's nice to be needed.
He is 15 experience points away from going up to 4th level. She's already 4th, so. So apparently you don't get spells back
What do you wish of me?
on a short rest, but you do get hit points back. That's good to know.
Why not?
Let's go
Of
ahead and
course.
have him explore down here some more. Okay, let's bring her
We'll
up.
find us- Are you certain?
Oh, there's something there. A stray ghoul.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have you sneak
I'll
up
go
to
wherever
here.
I'm needed.
What do
Have you
wish
move
of
up to
me?
here. Try a brick fall again on you. And it looks like this time you were the one injured. We got a fancy knife. Woohoo! Quick save again. Nope, not you.
It's
Want
nice
you to
to
know.
be needed.
Oh, and that gets him up a level. So let's do our first level up. I assume that's from the character screen. Oh, okay, here we are. So we have 2 general skill levels, 2 class skill levels, and 2 weapon skills. So we could do learn and research, or we could do more brew and dry, or more bargain. Let's make him bargain and persuade. Let's go ahead and specialize in that. Class skills. We definitely... I don't know how to hide and seek, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and then weapon skills. Looks like he was doing even between them, but right now we don't have anyone else, so we will have him do that. And he should have got more hit points. Okay. There's no way for him to sneak. It seems somehow wrong. If you have
That
sneak and
seems
hide,
like the
but you
place to
can't
be.
actually use it. It may not be available yet. That may be why. They basically left out features that
We'll find a solution. Are you certain?
weren't polished enough to be out. So like the compendium is not in yet and stuff like that.
I'll do
I
it.
assume that's where the spell descriptions would be.
I'm always ready. Let's see.
Why not? On my way.
Looks like there's something over there. Maybe something we can gain?
Yes. Agreed.
Betting that's something we can harvest over there.
Of course.
Yeah, those looks like there's all sorts of harvestable stuff here. Bunch of mushrooms. We'll take that. Some ghost caps. More ghost caps. What, is there infinite amount here? Apparently there's infinite amount of the gold of that there. It's such a big deposit. Huh. Wonder if that's a bug or on purpose. There's... Huh. That's... Let's ask Majala what I should do here. Okay, so if I do stuff in a certain order, let's try that one. Apparently I pissed it off. Okay, let's leave the plant alone for now.
I'll go wherever I'm needed.
I wonder why I've got infinite mushrooms here. Oh, I guess it's not infinite. You can just keep harvesting them until they're all gone. I don't know why you wouldn't do that. I guess it takes time. Yep, that got them all. Let's bring you up closer.
I'll make it.
Why not? That seems like the place to be.
gives us some bruise root. Okay. That seems to be the plant stuff for the moment. Let's go down here. Let's catch you up.
What do you wish of me? Let's see.
I wonder if we take a short rest, will that heal her up again? Looks like it did. Okay.
Yeah?
I think this just takes us
back.
back to where we were. Maybe not. Maybe yes. Okay, pause. You need to run down here.
Agreed.
Looks like you managed to
It's
take care of the
nice to
ghoul
read.
pretty handedly.
I'll do it.
Looks like a dark place. Let's have you move to
Yes.
here,
I'll make it.
since you actually seem to have
Yeah.
a little bit of light
On my
around
way.
you. Oh, that looks interesting. The stone is in a melon. Apparently we have to get that after all. The stone is in a melon. Looks like we got everything except down here. Explore. Oh, there's more stairs going down here. But it looks like to get down here, I'm betting we need... The stone is in a melon. Let's go and play with the flower again, I guess.
That seems like the place to be.
What do you wish of me? Are you certain?
Okay, let's play with the plant again. Okay. Let's try this one. I don't know how I'm supposed to figure this out. Okay, so that relaxed a little. That gets painted. So I think we have to do something. I have no idea what the order is. And apparently here, if we only had the skill, we could tell something. Weird puzzle. Weird puzzle. Okay, so that and then that. So which of these two are next? Okay, so let's try this. And this. And this. And this. Okay, I have the melon now. So do I eat it? I guess I'll eat it. Okay, so we got the stone we needed.
It's nice to be needed.
So let's go ahead and get our map over here.
Of course.
So that looks like that was our first puzzle. Meant to save there, but hopefully we can save it the other side. Though it might auto-save actually. It probably auto-saves now that I think about it. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay. This looks inviting. Okay.
I'll do it.
Okay, let's have you move slowly forward. It
way.
looks like there's more of these ghouls.
Oh, damn it.
Okay, pause. What do you have left? I don't know what any of your stuff does. Dance of the Desert Wind. Let's try snow. Snow? Snow apparently did damage. Who knew? 17 sparkle. We'll have to try that next. And of course the ghouls don't have any treasure on them. Sheer optimism to think they would. Okay, let's go ahead and bring you up.
I'm always ready. Agreed.
It's nice to be needed. I'll go wherever I'm needed.
And more ghouls. So can I shoot them from a distance?
Here we go again.
And switch weapons? Apparently I killed him from a distance. I know there's another ghoul up there. Okay.
What do you wish of me? Let's see.
Sometimes you need to use pointed sticks.
Why not? You've got this coming.
I saw something up there that had a weapon.
That seems like the place to be.
We'll find a solution. Are you certain?
No, I saw something up that
Yeah,
direction that
I'll
had
do
a
it.
weapon. Occult necromancer. Oh, and looks like there's another one up there. That doesn't look good.
Let's dance.
Apparently archery is the way to go. He's got stylish red boots and a cultist robe. And his staff. So
That
apparently
seems
there
like the place
is
to be.
something going on down here. That staff seems to be standing up. Oh, that doesn't look particularly good or inviting, does it? Oh, I forgot to strip the body. Oh, okay, that one's a female. Nice to know that our bad guys come in both genders.
Yes. I'll make it.
Okay, you stand here and I'm going to wander up
On my
here. I have a feeling we're going to run out of arrows pretty quickly. We're down to 2 arrows. Though I could put the fire arrows in. Didn't we find 10 fire arrows? Let's put those in our ammo for when we run out of normal. We'll switch to the arrows of the hunt, and then we will switch to the fire arrows. And at some point we need to remember to buy arrows. Okay, so these boots protect more versus heat and give me a plus on bargain. Huh. I guess because they're fancy boots. So if we give a pair to you, whoops. I keep trying to click and drag when I just need to click. Now those will give me more armor protection, but get rid of the cold protection. So let's go ahead and put those on. And let's give a cultist robe to you in case we have to do something where we disguise ourselves. 2 to 7, which is the same as my weapon here. Nope, that does 2 to 8. That does 3 to 5. That does 2 to 10. So let's go ahead and give that to you too. Though actually I don't think you're proficient in that weapon.
We'll find a solution.
If we give that to you, your stuff goes down. So let's give a plus to aim and accuracy. We'll reduce everything else. So let's go ahead and give those to you. Heat, 10 cold. So this could be more heat, more cold. I think we're fine with those. Those don't really help you. Let's give that to you. Let's give that to you. And give that to you. Okay, let's switch back to you. So your gauntlets give you protection. I think we'll stick with the gauntlets. So that's 15, 15. So that's exactly the same. Why, if you run to this, everything goes up. Okay. I think we're done messing with equipment there. Have you go ahead and go up here and look. Not seeing anything. Let's go this way. Oh, the torches have changed to some sort of evil looking fire.
I'm always ready. Agreed.
Should we try another short rest? Let's do a quick save. And then a short rest. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go wherever I'm needed.
Oh, there's something up here. Bad guys up here. Oh, we need to change weapons. Oh, this is... That's why you quick save. That is indeed why you quick save. That was pretty gnarly. Okay. So let's quick save again. Have you go to here.
I'll do it.
Okay, let's wait till one of them gets in range. Pause.
Here we go again.
Okay. You
Yes.
need... Let's try snow on you. And you need to change weapons back.
Yeah?
I have a feeling I'm going to die horribly again. And apparently there's now a wizard up there. So we need to have
It's
you
nice
switch
to be
back
needed.
to your weapon here.
You've
Aim
got
there.
this coming.
And you
I'm always ready.
hit him with another snowball. That is going to be way too tough a fight. I don't know how we could win that. I literally, we're going to have to go and do a long rest. I need to figure out what the rules on long rest are. Okay. So apparently you can't do long rests there.
I'll do it.
Because I think we're going to need our ghoul army to have any chance, since they're going to summon a ghoul army on us. So far on the beta, it's very different in a lot of the games. I don't really understand the system, and I'm not sure how everything's working. I'm a little bit wondering why we only have 2 people in second chapter of the game. So there's also that I'm wondering about.
I'll do it.
We'll see if we can sleep up here and get a full rest. I mean, the engine seems pretty good. The system, I think once I learn it, would be better. I really miss some sort of auto pause. Because you saw how quickly things went south. I always have problems with RTSs. If you're dependent on mages, it's really difficult. Okay, you should have everything back. Yep.
Agreed.
Okay. Let us try again. And it's possible that there was a recruiting of another person I missed somewhere along the way because I went straight for the main quest. But it just seems like this is into chapter 2, and only having 2 people in your party just seems a little strange to me. But these are literally first impressions. I haven't had any time to play with the game or any of that sort of stuff. So you got to take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. I think it's going to be a good game. I'm liking most of the parts of it. The engine looks good. I like the way most of the stuff works. If they added auto pause and spell descriptions, I would be much happier with it. And there are features that basically, because they weren't polished, they have specifically not added yet. So and it's possible I should be doing a lot more side quests too. Did we finally get this finally update to something? Because this wasn't adding any of our new stuff. This is all chapter 1 stuff. I'm not seeing any of the chapter 2 quest line in here, which we're supposedly in. Side quests are working. And I do like the fact you can add your own journal entries. So that's nice to know. Okay.
I'll do it.
Oh, apparently ghouls are attacking. I think I just basically killed my party. I don't know where these ghouls are. Well, that was... I thought I had cleared that route, but apparently I didn't. Either that or the ghouls respawned. And it's possible that that's what they're doing. If you go outside and do a full rest, some of the things respawn. It's going to make things really difficult for clearing and getting to stuff. Do, 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 do. Okay, so let's be a little bit more careful this time.
I'll do it.
Maybe we need to explore up there. Still not seeing any ghouls. This time I'm not seeing ghouls. She must have ran something place different.
Here we go again.
Oh, not you. Get back here. That was not what I wanted to happen.
Yes?
Okay, let's have you go up there and see if you can lure
On my
one
way.
back.
You've got this coming.
That looks a little bit better. See if we can do that one more
Just
time.
to confirm, you'd like to hear the song a little bit better?
Cancel. Alexa, cancel.
Canceling.
Sorry about that. I forgot to turn off my thing. Oh, pause. Okay. So
I'm
you
always ready.
need to first of all throw your own ghoul army right there. You
Yeah?
need to use one of your potions.
What do you wish of me?
Okay, that didn't go as well as it could have gone. But it still went pretty much okay. Okay, we got some new goodies. It's a fine morning star. Okay, we need
It's
you.
nice to be needed.
Who got the goodies?
We'll find a solution.
I could have sworn I saw like a ring or
What do you
something.
wish of me?
Why not?
Did I not take it? I may not have taken it. Okay, so that gives a plus on focus. So let's go ahead and give that to you. Whoops. Give that to you because you're more likely to need it. So, longbow versus short bow. Oops, sorry. I need to switch weapons. Is it X? I don't remember which one switches weapons. X. X is supposed to switch weapons. Okay. Okay, that works.
I'm
You.
always ready.
Okay, that got you mostly back up. Let's do a quick save, see if we can quick save here. Or a short rest here. Okay, we got short rest.
Of course.
Okay, apparently that was the only treasure. Oh, that's right. We're going to check on you.
We'll find a solution.
So that gives you one more focus. I don't know what that does, but you have it. And that gave you 2 more focus. So you now have a 17 focus, whatever that means.
Yeah?
Looks
I'll
like
go
there's
wherever
another one
you
of
need.
these huge vats of blood. Well, I think we know where the bodies are going. Okay. Well, let's try something here.
Yes?
Have her at least armor herself a little. I don't know how long that lasts. Wow, it's noisy, whatever it is.
That seems like the place to be.
Hopefully, the entire time it's on, it's going to be making that noise. That's annoying. That is very annoying. Okay, we have big bad guys up here.
We'll find a solution.
Big bad guys that are probably going to throw nasty spells at us. But who we have to talk to first. So let's have you go here.
Since you first stepped foot into my sanctuary.
And that is annoying. That is really, really annoying. You can't hear any of what's going on. Apparently turning down the effects does not seem to affect that sound. The spell ran out. That is very annoying. I know I could hear you coming since you first stepped into my sanctuary. Your sanctuary? You mean your den of horrors? I mean my sanctuary. You adventurers know nothing of creation. You know nothing of holy places. You know only destruction and disruption. Your aims are impure. Are you the one who's been kidnapping citizens of the city? Yes, they make adequate tribute to the goddess. Creation, destruction, call it what you want. Are you responsible for the plague ravaging Devon? No, Zoria is not interested in diseases. Death must serve her purpose. I need you to leave this place and stop what you're doing.
I don't think so. I'll be staying. You will too.
Okay.
Choke on your blood. Then I will take it for my own.
Okay, pause. Okay. Let's see. You. Do that.
It's
You.
nice to be needed.
Shoot her.
Let's dance.
Okay, she's down. You need to switch weapons and attack this guy.
Time to problem solve.
And
Okay,
you
Sadie.
need to throw a snowball at this one. And she fell again. I almost did it. But she died again. So let's go ahead and load our last save. Apparently it does multiple quick saves. I probably could have done better than that if I hadn't done it in the wrong order. So let's go all the way back out again.
I'll do it.
We might as well check some of the other side areas out while we're going down there. That's obviously some sort of boss fight. Okay, let's have you go up alone. Switch your weapons.
On my way.
Okay, there's a bunch of those things. Okay, pause.
Yes?
Oh, and you need to switch weapons. Pause. And you need to snowball this guy. Oh, apparently already died. And you're out of cures.
Agreed.
So let's get both of you back here, do a
It's
short
nice to
rest,
meet,
and
of
then go out.
course. Why not? I'll go wherever I'm needed.
Oh, we forgot to check for treasure. Okay, so that just leads us back to the same area we already were. So that explains that. Called Necromancer. So let's have you switch to your arrow.
Here we go again.
And let's have you use a snowball on him. Oh, he's already dead. Never mind.
It's
Never
nice.
mind.
That seems like the place to be.
We'll find a solution.
Yeah, of course.
Ooh, more cures and a poison powder recipe. Apparently that's the only thing that's here. Oh, the scepter, is that a corridor there? No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like just the other side of a wall. Okay, up we go. I think we'll finish out this dungeon and then I will probably finish out this initial look. And we'll either stream some more or maybe start a Let's Play if I can figure out more of the game. So, but I want to at least finish this particular dungeon.
I'll do it.
Wish there was some sort of follow command to follow them along. Okay. And I don't know if there'll be updates. I have a feeling the updates to this may not happen until it's in Steam and GOG, which they're working on. That was their original plan on how they were going to release the beta. But it was going to take a lot longer than they were originally led to believe. So they released it this way, so at least we have something. And then I have a feeling once it's on Steam and GOG that they'll be pushing out semi-regular updates. Always hard to tell on a beta how often they're going to update. Okay, let's take another long rest. Okay. Run down here.
I'll do it.
If anyone knows more about more characters you can get or any of that sort of stuff in the initial stuff, go ahead and post on the video and that. I assume it's new enough that most people aren't really got a good idea what's going on here. So let's go ahead and move to here and hope that we do that without dying horribly. Okay, and then we went over here where we discovered that. And we went up here where we discovered that. And we went over here, and that's where we got into the talk dialogue. So let's get to here. Let's have you... Ooh, do we want you to switch weapons? Not for the moment.
You know, I could hear you coming since you first stepped foot into my sanctuary.
Next time I'll try to be more quiet so as not to wake the dead. The dead are not what you should concern. I am. You trespass upon the goddess's sanctuary. You adventurers know nothing of creation. You know nothing of holy places. You know only destruction and disruption. Your aims are impure. Are you the one that's been kidnapping citizens? And here, and I'm not going to read them since I did last time.
You will choke on your blood. Then I will take it for my own.
Pause. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is summon your own thing of undead right there. First thing you're going to do is start shooting this guy.
Here we go again.
Okay. Next thing you are going to do
I'm always ready.
is drop this here. And the main character died. And I probably forgot to save where I should have. So maybe we need to lead off with the other spell. Yep, we forgot to quick save anywhere along the way. We won't forget that this time. See, with this fragile a party, it's like one bad roll, boom, everyone's dead. It is not my idea of ideal. Okay.
I'll do it.
I would throw that protection spell, but that loudness of the spell just makes it impossible. And nothing seems to affect the volume of it, so... Hate to not use probably my main protection spell, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, let's go to here. And then this time we'll quick save. And let's go ahead and have you... I don't know if I want to use Archer or what. I think the damage was a better lead. So let's have you...
On my way.
You know, I could hear you coming since you first stepped foot into my sanctuary. I don't think so. You will choke on your blood.
Okay, this time I got the pause off much easier.
Yeah? Here we go again.
Yes?
Okay. And then now you are going to do that. You are going to switch weapons and attack that.
You've got this coming.
Okay. Still injured, but much better off than we were. The Book of Zoria. Some woolen gloves. Let's have you go ahead and cure Bozo face up. Okay. And let's have you, you're back on your normal weapons.
Of course.
Search all these bodies. Actually, let's quick save here, since we finally actually won this battle. Okay. I think we got what we needed for the quest. So I think we need to go back to the inn. Yep, I think we got everything. Oops.
What do you wish of me? Agreed.
It says it updated the quest in the journal. Let's see if we actually see anything now. Still only showing us Chapter 1. It's probably because we started in Chapter 2 and something got screwed up. Also wish there was a key that would just select everyone in the party, which there may be and I just missed.
I'll do it.
Well, so far, I think outside of the really needing an auto pause and that, and descriptions and stuff like that, but it's a beta. I fully understand that they don't have the compendium or any of that stuff in yet,
I'll
so
do it.
that's less of an issue. But I'm hoping that the plan is to put in some sort of auto pause function, because real-time combat without auto pause is, for me, very difficult to do with casters. Need to explain a lot more stuff. Like I said, that should, when they get the compendium and add in, I'm sure that will all be there. Having only 2 people in your party at the beginning of chapter 2 seems a little light to me. And that it might be better if, when you can create your own character. And that, so we'll have to see how that goes. I think it's a 4-man party that they were planning on. Though that may, I'm doing so many new games, I may be getting confused. It might actually be apparently we have the clearing. We can go to, let's just scroll around the map here. Apparently the map right now isn't very deep, very big. At least to the areas you know. These two you know of but can't go to. That one you know of and can go to. I'm not sure where the gate of the city is. And it looks like you get to safe travel between the zones, which is fine. I'm okay with that. Means you won't be getting much in the way of random encounters, but a lot of games overuse random encounters. And this really feels like a combat short rest, combat short rest, combat short rest. Go out long rest. Though the only thing you get back is hit points, so which is still important. I mean, that makes healing easier. And some of the zones like this, the guild center here, seem to take longer to load than others. Not horrible on an SSD. It was really bad when I was running on an old spin drive. But most people's gaming machines are going to have SSDs nowadays. Oh, there's a shop back here. Let's go to the shop.
I'll do it.
See if we can sell stuff and buy stuff. I haven't looked at that yet. We might as well look at that. And we went to the wrong place because we need to go back to the Curious Cat, don't we? I screwed that up. Oh well. I guess I could turn on fast mode now.
Hello?
Let's see your wares. Okay, so do we just click on these to sell them? Looks like it. Or do we have to shift click? Looks like you have to sell one at a time. Oh, the cultist robe gives you +1 focus and +1 intelligence. You may have to, we'll save one of those. Don't see any reason to keep the dagger. We'll keep all the ingredients. So let's go to you. Oh, apparently you already have one, so we'll sell the dagger, the fine morning star, the reinforced quarterstaff, the stylish red boots, the thick leather boots, and the traveler's cane. Okay. So we got 673, 25. I guess we do have a weight limit. It's just we don't see it till here. So she can carry 45 pounds. And he can carry 65 pounds. He's already way over his carrying capacity. Didn't seem to make any difference, though. So this would be +10 to his slashing, -5 to his stabbing. We'll stick with what he's got then. He's already got a hunter, Zamban, Curtis. And that would be the same. Okay, Doesn't look like there's a whole lot here to buy. So are these also merchants? Commoner, commoner. So at least we know where there's at least one merchant. Actually, we can go up there.
On my way.
Nope. We don't want there. We want here. Apparently that doesn't unlock a new area, or we have to unlock it some other way. Loading, loading, loading. We should actually look at that book. Yeah, every once in a while, especially these city zones, it seems to take a while to load. Well, like I said, it's beta. It probably hasn't been optimized, so I'm not really complaining about that. And when you're streaming, you never know if some of the lag isn't caused by streaming, so...
I'll do it.
You still have fast mode on? Nope. There we are, fast mode. Looks like fast mode may turn off when you go between screens.
I'll do it.
So, little bird, have you found our missing friends? The mine was filled with ghouls and a number of cultists dedicated to resurrecting a demigoddess named Zoraria. According to their religious beliefs, creating undead will help to bring the demigoddess back from her destruction, so the cultists have been kidnapping citizens of the city as sacrifices to please the goddess. Intriguing. Yes, it makes sense.
The cult of Zoria is active again. It has been many years since they last cursed these lands with their filth and sordid dreams. But they were not merely haunting the mines, no. Those were but a few, a finger to the hand, perhaps merely a finger to an entire body.
A group of mercenaries were sent some time ago to investigate this cult to the north of here. We've heard whispers of their vileness seeping to the surface again, and we needed to be certain. But it has been some time, and we have had no word from the expeditionary party. Is there something I can do to help? It is good of you to ask. But first, something for your troubles. Friends will always be rewarded, and there will be more rewards to come. Now, to the north there lies a vineyard, past a clearing in the woods. Last we heard, the mercenary expedition sought a band of hooded scoundrels and headed towards the vineyard. The leader of this expedition was named Stefan. Seek out any trace of him or his friend or his men, and find out what they have to tell you. Once you return with word from them, you may consider our business concluded. Go now and come back alive.
Hello?
Let's talk to the innkeeper. Greetings, sir. I don't believe we met before. You can call me Brazo. I run the cat nowadays. First one is on the house. What can I get you? What is the word around town? Townfolk are a little anxious about the months ahead of us. Most are supportive of the effort for the liberation, all right, but they don't have too much of a say about their own part in the whole affair. However this all plays out, they have their whole life to lose due to it. That can, of course, be said about every settlement threatened by the war, but the tension's strong here. I just hope the common folk won't have to bear the brunt of it all. And I think at that point, we will call it a stream. So hopefully this gave you a good overview, a look at the first beta. I will probably play with it some more and learn more about it and either do another stream or maybe try to do a let's play of the whole thing. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave me a like or a comment. And if you disliked the video, leaving me a dislike's fine, but please leave a comment saying why you disliked it. As always, this is Spidey 1958 and have fun gaming.